secret tunnel was an important national security mission.
Middle of nowhere, rural Kansas, site of an abandoned nuclear missile silo.
You are entering one of the most secret places on Earth. It's a bunker built into a hollowed-out mountain in Colorado.
Some vaults hide the most bizarre of things. While some of them are empty, others are hiding a massive set of treasure that's enough to leave your mouth gaping. Don't believe me? Check out these clips and you'll know what I'm talking about. Let's dig in. Number 1. The Doomsday Bunker. Nuclear wars have become a matter of when rather than if. That's why many people are buying survival bunkers. This Doomsday Bunker is one of such condos that is expected to save you from a 10-kiloton nuclear weapon. Hidden at a top-secret location that nobody knows, this bunker is for the elite.
As you can see, this place is pretty much unchanged from the Cold War.
Hey, surviving a war does not mean that you have to give up on your lavish lifestyle. Spanning 200 feet underground, it has everything that you can possibly imagine. 7 of the 15 floors of this massive condo are called the luxury floors. The rest host recreational facilities, a medical center, a classroom, a library, a gym, a cinema, and a food storage facility. The building even houses a massive swimming pool and digital windows that show you what's going on outside. All in all, the building can host a total of 75 people and can help you survive for nearly 5 years. Would you choose this secret bunker? Number 2, the Churchill Bunker. Imagine going on a hike and finding a secret door right under the rock. When you enter, there's a bunker large enough to house an entire troop. That's how many people found the entrance to Churchill Bunker. Back in the Second World War, nearly 500 rumored bunkers like these spread out over Britain. These disguised bunkers were supposed to host armies that would jump onto the invaders at the time of emergency. But the Nazi invasion never came, and the United Kingdom was left out of this whole mess. As a result, these bunkers were abandoned.
I think, and what you've got to imagine is that this is below ground. Nobody down here knows what's happening up above.
But the mysterious part is that only 200 of these bunkers were reportedly found. The rest remains a secret to this day. Number 3, the haunted vaults. Believe it or not, some vaults are downright creepy. Check out the Edinburgh vaults in Scotland. These vaults were built in the 1820s to house various workshops and storage lockers underground. But because the location of the vaults was a bit creepy, the community abandoned them and left them to rot. Little did they know that they would soon become the House of Ghosts. Since then, whoever has been down there has reported strange things. A sudden drop in the temperature, the feeling of someone watching them, unexplainable sound, and seeing mysterious figures roaming the site. There is even one spirit famous down there, a ghost woman known as the Vault Woman. This group went inside the vaults to separate fact from fiction. They were alarmed to hear strange movements and experience bizarre encounters at the site. The crew left the building believing all the wild horror stories people used to tell of the place. Have you been to these vaults? What do you think, fake or real? Number 4, the Tunnel Vault. A vault inside a vault inside a vault, disguised as a workshop. A big juicy secret kept under the rug for decades. That is until now, of course. During the Cold War, tensions were on the rise, and many skeletons were buried in the closet. But one of those secrets spilled out, and people found out what the US government had been hiding for years.
It was actually used to store the United States stockpile for about 9 months, from about April of 1949 till May of 1950.
A classified facility. If you peek from the outside, you'll spot what looks like a seemingly abandoned workshop, but that's just an illusion. The lab is guarded with multiple bulletproof glass, gun ports, and a guard tower that protects the facility, housing nuclear weapons and its components. The door opens up to a tunnel, guarded by multiple doors and gates 230 feet long. Just when you think you're at the end, a vault door opens, leading into yet another corridor with 5 more gigantic vault doors to welcome you. You'll end up at a massive storage area once you're through the long series of gates. This is the Tunnel Vault, and it could fool any common man, as it has done for decades. It served as a top-secret location for all the materials and components that went into constructing the first atomic weapon. Today, it is open for tours. Pretty insane, right? Number 5, the Raven Rock. Did you know there is a more secretive facility than Area 51? This is Raven Rock. Barely anyone has seen the facility from the inside, but even fewer people admit that they have gone down. People who have been there speak of it in the most mysterious of ways. Raven Rock is an underground complex that hides entire cities inside Hollow Mountain.
Raven Rock has 2 reservoirs inside, one for personal use and one industrial. And thanks to $2 million funded annually in the federal budget, it's staffed 24/7 with a dining center, fitness center, snack bar, and fire department among other daily needs.
This top-secret bunker is designed to host nearly 7,000 Americans in case of a nuclear explosion. But the people in the inner circle share pretty grim stories. They claim that the facility is only enough to house the White House officials. They do not plan on opening the hideout to citizens. Forget citizens. The plan doesn't even include families. Only several officials from major cities are eligible to take refuge in these underground cities. Number 6, the most secure gold vault. If you're looking for the most secure vault in the country, look no further. This is the Fort Knox, the unbreakable secret vault that houses gold. Not just any gold. The vault is home to the biggest gold depositories in the country, holding more than $291 billion worth of gold. That's enough to make anyone's mouth water. But nobody has even dared to steal the gold inside this vault. That's probably because you'll end up getting caught midway into the heist. The secret facility is built of granite, concrete, and steel. The vault is guarded by machine gun towers, landmines, motion detectors, and searchlight. The vault door weighs 22 tons and can withstand any weapon, from machine guns to explosive. Even if you do manage to creep inside, the vault's combination is almost unsolvable. No one knows the entire combination of the lock. Have you ever seen Fort Knox up close? Number 7, 3 big safes. Sometimes you end up finding more than one safe hiding underground. But what are the odds of all 3 of them having money? Wait till you see this clip before you make that guess. These guys found multiple bundles of dollar bills in the safe, stash upon stash, cramped in the 3 safes. Money was in the wallets, purses, and tiny safety deposit box. It was like sniffing out the treasure. Apart from the money, there were a few creepy things hiding in the safe too. The crew found multiple camcorders, vintage digital cameras, old burner phones, CDs, and a gun hiding inside the safe. God knows what's trapped in that film, but I sure don't want it. It does seem too good to be true. What do you think? Is this find fake or real? Number 8, the old bank building. This man was allowed to visit an abandoned bank building. Little did he know that he would end up hitting the jackpot. He went inside to find the building littered with dust, cobwebs, old furniture, empty toilets, and dirty walls. But as he went in, he also decided to check out the storage lockers. That's when he stumbled upon something big. Hiding at the back of the building was a locked secret vault. Surprisingly, the power was on. He turned on the lights and found that a safe had been left abandoned in the vault, and it still had money inside. The explorer couldn't get close to the safe either. But can you imagine leaving that behind? Number 9, the murderer's safe. You won't believe what this father-son duo found inside an abandoned safe. The father works as a contractor, and he found this safe hiding inside a wall while tearing down a mansion. Before we go into the safe, let's take a little peek at the house where it was hiding. Believe it or not, the house has a pretty sinister story. Apparently, the man living here had murdered his wife and children right in this house. Because of its dark secret, nobody would buy the mansion. Next thing you know, it had to be torn down. But here's where it gets really interesting. When the duo cracked open the safe, they found what a common man would be hiding inside a safe. A jewelry box with tiny pieces left behind, an old pocket watch, a Japanese knife, and emergency money. Just when they thought nothing was interesting inside, the duo managed to get a hold of nearly $2,100 inside an envelope. But there was one creepy part about this exploration too. They also found an ammunition box with multiple 9mm bullets. The strange part was that the box was missing a few bullets. Do you think this was the same case the millionaire used on his family? Number 10, the drug dealer's safe. This crew bought a drug dealer's storage unit for $45. They didn't expect to find it, but they were about to be surprised. Inside the safe were the most random thing: an air filter, pumps, coins, a diploma, and a bunch of gold-plated jewelry. Apart from that, there were some old coins, a few photographs, a letter, and some old music. Now, they did get their money's worth, but it wasn't a lot to begin with. Turns out big vaults do not always hide good surprises. Number 11, the gold safe. These guys found a giant safe in an abandoned storage unit and decided to bring it home. It is a good thing they did, because wait until you see what it was hiding inside. The men got to work and cracked open the safe. First, they got a few bad surprises. A few empty boxes and a pack of nails, some old wires, and rotten document. Then, the good stuff started piling in.
Look at there. A wing nut.
That's exactly what we are.
We are excited over the wing nut.
A 14-carat ring, some earrings, a jewelry box, a bunch of more rings, golden nails, a couple of gold coin, and a box of gold ornaments. If it is actually gold, they surely hit the jackpot. Number 12, the abandoned bank safe. This guy found a giant 30-year-old safe abandoned in a garage. He took it home and decided to crack it open. It turns out he wasn't the only one who had tried to prop it open. There were dent marks on the vault, and someone had probably used a hammer on the safe, but they didn't have that good of luck opening it. The man pried it open in half an hour, but all his efforts went down the drain when he opened the safe. Inside were empty boxes, a bunch of old keys, and a stock certificate dating back to the 1990s. It is good that the first guy stopped hammering down on the safe after a few tries. But yeah, this poor man can't say the same. Number 13, the old lady's vault. Sometimes buying a storage unit pulls off. This guy bought this abandoned unit for a fixed price. When he got inside, the entire unit was filled with stacks of boxes over one another. It was like the old lady left her entire life inside the unit, from clothes to purses. The man peeked inside the boxes one by one, and you won't believe how much he got his money's worth. $100,000 worth of merchandise. That's right, some vaults are just filled with good luck. Number 14, the expensive safe. This man paid a hefty amount of money to buy this storage unit, well over $9,000. While he did find a few animals inside the unit, his eyes were set on the giant safe staring back at him. It was a gun safe with a huge price tag, worth a whopping $7,000. But the flashy safe was only cool on the outside. It was empty when the man cracked it open. What do you think the owner was hiding in this safe? I bet it was loaded when he kept it with him. Number 15, a dirty old safe. These guys had to pull out the big guns to find a rotten old safe. They used a metal detector to find this massive vault hidden in the dirt. The next thing you know, they have brought in a crane to do the dirty work. But this group had no idea what awaited them inside the safe. When they cracked it open, the safe contained hundreds of poker chips wrapped in Ziploc. That's not all. A massive stash of money was also inside, in countless plastic baggies cramped inside the safe. Apart from the dirty money, there was a gun and a separate cloth hiding more dollar bills. Many people called this find fake, claiming that the hunters put the safe down in the dirt and then staged the act. But it looks like they hit the jackpot and found a criminal's treasure underground. Who do you think is the owner of this safe? Leave your guesses down in the comments below. Number 16, cracking a bank safe. An abandoned bank building was being torn down when the demolition team found a safe inside a wall. They called the safe opening expert and handed it over to him. What they didn't tell him is that they tried to open it first, but they couldn't get inside. The team might have used an angle grinder, which must have ignited a few sparks and left the safe burn. That's why when the man opened the safe, he found a few burned items sitting inside. But that was not all that was hiding in the safe. There was a small deposit box with 3 envelopes filled with cash. The total was not more than $500, but I'd still rate this as a good find. Don't you agree? Number 17, the strange bag. It is not always vaults that hide strange things. Sometimes it is a duffel bag thrown in the depths of the water. Don't believe me? Check this out. This duo went inside the water to see what they could find. Apart from a few wooden sticks, there was this black duffel bag that seemed to weigh a ton. When the duo peeked inside, they saw tens of tools filling the bag to the brim. The duo assumed that the tools were worth at least $1,000. But wait, there was another small surprise inside the bag, a tiny gold ring. But the real question is, who threw a bag full of tools in the wall? Nothing normal comes to mind. What do you think? Number 18, the giant jeweler's safe. This 850-pound safe was hard to crack. Built with sensor systems and a stubborn lock, the man spent an hour trying to open it. But when he did, he was pleasantly surprised. The safe belonged to a jeweler. But when he cheated on his wife, the woman changed the locks of all the vaults, took what she wanted, and sold the rest to people. But here's what the woman didn't know either.
Guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I don't have anything else to say. I think I'm in shock. I'm waiting to wake up. I mean, I really thought this safe was gonna have something good, and I was disappointed with that. And I found this, and I was like, hey, second chance. Holy shit.
There was a tiny hidden safe inside the vault that she forgot to take out. The man was just as excited to find that small compartment, but he didn't even know the kind of jackpot that was waiting for him inside. The man cracked open the safe to find 2 tiny diamonds, nearly 2 carats, 4 more diamonds under 2 carats, and an engagement ring. When the man checked, the diamond meter beat and he could only look back in delight. This man surely stumbled upon a treasure. Number 19, another scuba diving adventure. You never know what you can find at a good scuba diving spot. Look at this guy here. He went 2 times and only got a good stash on his second attempt. First, he came across a few empty bottles, a bunch of gemstones, and other wild find. But then, when he went in the second time, he hit the jackpot.
So my best find is this Apple Watch. I don't know, Jake was probably about 4 or 5 feet away from me. I seen it, I was like, oh boy, I got me a watch.
2 different kinds of earrings and an Apple Watch were lying down in the sand. Turns out the watch was still working. If those earrings were of gold, he might have actually found treasure in the sea. Have you ever found something in the water? Number 20, the foreign safes. This man paid $901 to buy a storage unit. Inside were 2 tiny safes. Let's see if the find comes up to his money's worth. The man didn't find a lot inside the box: multiple crack pipes, some old cups, an ashtray, and guitar picks. However, there were a few foreign currency notes from Egypt, Mexico, and Canada. Do you have any foreign currency notes? Which ones? Number 21, the trash safe. This guy bought a storage unit for a little over $400. He thought he would find something crazy inside. Well, he wasn't wrong entirely. Inside the unit were a bunch of boxes filled with sneakers.
Another empty box. Guys, I think we just took an L, guys.
Most of them were Jordans, but the others were pretty random. He also found a giant box filled to the brim with bullets. But there was one thing in the unit that the man got the most excited about: a safe. He cracked it open only to find random trash inside. But in that bin, he found a Rolex, like sniffing out the needle from a haystack. Do you think the watch is real? Number 22, the coin safe. A couple went to a storage unit to find a toolbox stacked against the wall. It isn't safe, but that doesn't mean it can't hide good old money. Turns out their hunch was right. In the shelves were multiple collectible coins put inside marked envelopes. Tens of coins, some of which were made of silver, were used. But that's not all they found there. Apparently, a few coins were foreign. How would you rate this find? Number 23, the massive safe. A man saw a gigantic safe up for sale on eBay and decided to buy it. Can you guess the price? A whopping $500. Let's see if he got his money's worth with the safe.
Whew, look at that beautiful safe.
When the man went to pick it up, it weighed nearly 800 pounds. But that wasn't just the size of the safe. It was packed with valuable goods. Inside the safe were multiple bags and storage lockers filled with guns, magazines, and ammunition. There was even a bulletproof vest, a holster, and a Gucci sunglasses case hiding more bullets. I wonder who owned this creepy safe. Number 24, hidden rooms in houses. The government isn't the only one designing secret rooms. Look at these people. This guy just straight up created a secret boy room for himself inside the house. How long would it take you to sniff this door out? Then there's this much more elegant room. Hiding behind that wooden door is an entire vault that opens up to a storage room. What would you put inside if you had either of these at your house? Number 25, the 2 safes. A couple bought a storage unit and couldn't believe their luck when they found 2 safes hiding inside the vault. But it wasn't going to be all good news, right? The duo popped open one of the boxes and found it empty. They moved on to the next safe and couldn't control their excitement when they spotted gold inside.
Holy cow. What's this? No way.
Pew, pew.
No way.
Don't let Kirk see that.
You know what that is? You know what that is?
What?
That's not just a pew-pew, that's silver. Wonder if it's marked. That's right there. Look at there. I told you 5 grams silver.
Nice.
That's silver. Oh my goodness. That's silver. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. What's this right there? Is that the flash?
Oh, yeah.
That's the flash.
There were multiple gold notes and foils of 24 karat gold, multiple silver coins, and a bunch of collectible coins that were still in mint condition. That's not all. Most of the things in this safe were collectible items made of gold or silver, from banknotes with animated characters and Avengers stamped on them to revolvers and swords made of silver. This duo had opened up a nerd's dream box. It is like finding gold plated with gold. What do you make of this box? Number 26, the criminal evidence. This guy thought out of the box and decided to buy criminal evidence boxes from a police auction. I bet you didn't know that existed. These guys bought 3 boxes for a couple of $100, but it was what was inside these storage boxes that left them shocked. Bolt cutters, old phones, laptops, ammunition, gloves, pocket knives, fillet knives, walkie-talkie, military helmets, a wine cork, and a gun. The question is, what on earth did the criminals use out of these evidence boxes at the crime scene? Can you piece 2 and 2 from the list of items and pull out a few guesses? Hit us with those insane crime theories in the comments below. Number 27, the secret room. Imagine waking up one day to find a creepy room underneath your garage. This family woke up to find their garage had collapsed and sank. But looking inside, they found a creepy room staring back at them. The room was filled with children's toys, a woman's handbag, hair curlers, and a bizarre letter. The strange thing is that this room was not on any county maps. Could it be a bomb shelter or something more sinister? Number 28, the abandoned safe. This guy and his crew were out magnet fishing when they stumbled upon a strange find, a muddy, horrid-looking vault that lay abandoned. Apparently, the safe was decades old. Inside the tiny vault were a couple of bank cards whose expiry date was 1982. The man had gotten a hold of a pretty old safe, but found multiple things hidden inside: jewelry, watches, and even some old coin. Would you rate this find as a good one or a bad one? That's all, folks, on the secret vaults that held the most interesting items, or in some cases, nothing at all. Which of these safes was your favorite? Pick the best 3 and let us know in the comments below. If you have a bizarre vault story, do not hesitate to share it with us. We'd love to hear from you. While you're at it, make sure you smash the like button and hit subscribe. We have a lot more coming in, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.